Hey everybody, welcome back to my book chat channel. So this is another book review. This one is a book review for HarperCollins Canada, and the book is called Sisters of the Snake by Sasha and Serena Nawu. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. Either way, I will have a picture of the book up so you can see, and so you can go check it out for yourself. In traditional fashion, we'll quickly run through the synopsis and then go from there. A lost princess, a dark puppet master, and a race against time before all is lost. Princess Rani longs for a chance to escape her gilded cage and prove herself. Ria is a street urchin, stealing just to keep herself alive. When these two lives collide, everything turns on its head. Because Ria and Rani, orphan and royal, are unmistakably identical. A deal is struck to switch places, but danger lurks in both worlds, and to save their home, thief and princess must work together or watch it fall into ruin. Deadly magic, hidden temples, and dark prophecies, Sisters of the Snake is an action-packed, immersive fantasy that will thrill fans of The Crown's Game and The Tiger at Midnight. So, yeah, quite a lot to unpack in the synopsis by itself, so I can happily say that my thoughts and opinions and things that will go into this review, there won't be any real spoilers because pretty much everything I was going to say or reveal is in the synopsis, so I'm safe to go from there. So as it said in the synopsis, this one follows the story of royal twins, and they were separated at birth for mystical reasons, and of course the desires of parents wanting to keep their children safe. So I did feel that the way this one was written, it has some similar vibes to a movie called It Takes Two, where two girls cross each other's paths and end up shocked by what they discover. And at first I figured it was just going to be another similar story to It Takes Two, The Parent Trap, and or The Man in the Iron Mask, all having to do with royal siblings. And it's very possible that some of their inspiration was drawn from those, but in the end, it definitely took on a mind of its own. I found that this was such a fun read as it went back and forth between the two main characters, the twin sisters, and what they each had to deal with both individually and collectively. I can't even say if I liked one sister more than the other because I really enjoyed both of them, as they were both very different and had such personalities. There was such spunk and just different bits to each one of them that I truly enjoyed both. And while it did have some dark and horrible situations within the story, I found that there was still a lot of humor and other features that tend to help balance that out, and it's definitely something I tend to really enjoy in a YA. It was such a fun mixture of mystical and supernatural elements with a good backstory mixed with the fun drama of siblings and other mysterious discoveries that I found myself really enjoying every part of this book. I actually found myself pretty much rooting for all of the main characters, and what's funny is I think that my favorite character ended up not being a person but an animal, and in this case a reptile, which is a little weird for me because I'm not much for reptiles. But in this case there is a snake that is connected into the main characters, and I really enjoyed her spunk and attitude and just overall the way she tended to have so many different angles to her. She was definitely a fantasy definitely an interesting character. Very, very fascinating for sure. The story had so many pieces to it and just seemed to add to the overall mystery and feel of the story. I feel that the story was written incredibly well and it really left me wanting more. I was drawn into this one so much that I would highly recommend that you check this one out. And while on that same note, I really hope that there is a sequel to this one. It really seems to lead that way, so it's what I'm really, really hoping for. This one needs a sequel. I'm really hoping that a specific situation happens right from the get-go if that ends up being the case. So here's hoping for that sequel. I could actually see this one turning into a bit of a series, which, so long as the feel and overall environment of the story, just the way that it goes, as long as it all stays consistent, I think this would make a pretty fantastic series. Okay, on that note, I am surrounded by noise and children who are awake now, so I thank you all so much for tuning in to this review, and I will be back very soon with another book review. Happy reading!